You know, Hunter, you've actually reminded me of some deep-seated opinions I've had that I think I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah.
I have some
Yeah.
equally deep. Yeah, very. Yeah. Yep. Why is it that when I go to a restaurant and I'm like, I don't need a tip. I was really nice to the waiter. You know.
Oh, Calf, you stirred something. I'll wait till everyone's done. But man, this is bigger than the Dunkin' Donuts. I'll just
Oh god.
Damn it.
Not the Dunk
Dang.
conspiracy. Dunk conspiracy.
But no, I want to hear what someone else had something to say. The deep-seated
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I was memeing, but
All right. Well,
Oh.
so what do you guys' takes on tipping? I'm just curious. Like not just tipping. More specifically like waiters and waitresses.
I just pay the tip. I just
wait,
give
wait,
the
wait.
tip.
Okay, wait, real quick. What do you mean by the question? Like, so,
what
like,
is your take on it all? Like, what do you
like
think is
just on
appropriate?
tipping?
Do you agree with like the social standard of like 12 to 20%, like 10 on the very lowest or something like that?
Well, I'll be honest. This is one of my many weaknesses in talking about these things, is because I overtip all the time.
Oh, really?
He does. Every
Yeah,
time we go out to eat together. He does.
Yeah, I overtip constantly. I'm a big tipper, even when my waitress hasn't done fuck all. I hate to break this to you as well. I always, for some reason, and I don't know why this is, I always end up tipping like female waitresses more. I'm not sure why.
Oh yeah,
That just happens. It actually like I don't even think about it either, but I've just noticed that I do that, and it might just be like a preconception type thing or whatever.
I know. I got a friend that blatantly says if his waitress is hot, he'll tip her 30%.
Good
Yeah,
on
no,
you,
So-
my friend.
I'm not like that, but like
Right off the rip.
I end up doing it, and then I'm just like, oh well, shit, I probably should just do that for everybody. But yeah, no, I overtip a lot, but as a whole, I think tipping is dumb. I think you should just pay waiters and waitresses better.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm pretty well with Josh on that. I am a 20% guy, but I
Okay.
don't like the idea.
Oh yeah, I guess for a percentage, I always tip usually at least the minimum I tip is 20%, but depending on if it's a small bill, sometimes I'll tip like 50%.
Yeah, honestly, I almost never tip under $5. Because I almost always tip exactly $5. Because my meals are almost never over 20. And if they're over 20, then I'll probably I almost always bump it up to be 20%. But I almost always tip just a standard flat rate of $5 because my meals are usually anywhere from like 10 to $20. Because like I don't want to sit there and be like, oh well, 20% of $13.99 is, it's like
right.
I'm just gonna give him $5.
Yeah, but that might end up to be 30-40%, man.
Right, I mean it usually is more. But like,
Yeah,
Alright.
I think I tipped that I think I tipped that girl who didn't do fuck all at the sushi place. I think I tipped that girl like 80%.
Yeah, and it was hilarious because we fucking ordered on our cell phones because that's the way this restaurant worked. We ordered on our cell phones. The waitress handed us my Diet Coke and Josh's fucking lemonade. And then they gave us our sushi, we ate it, and then we literally just walked out the door because we paid in our phones. We paid with Google Pay. It was just
Yeah, I think I paid like
we ate, we got up, we left.
yeah, I think I paid like 13 something, and I think I tipped like $10. I can't even remember why I did it either. I just did it.
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with like one time we were in like Toledo and like we were in a Dollar General, and this like manager was like yelling at this dude who had stayed over. Like he was supposed to get off of work an hour ago, and like there's like a line of people. Everyone's ignorant as hell. Just absolutely just. Oh my god! The amount of chatter and the amount of shit that this cashier and Dollar General is actually dealing with, like, is actually insane. And my girlfriend actually whips out a $10 bill and hands it to them. It wasn't me that gave it to them. Man, I'm trying to think of
Me fixing my hair and my camera.
You tip a cashier?
But no, Yeah, no, we'll tip cashiers here and there, like just like when like people least expect it and shit like that, just to, like, or if they look like they're having a bad day or just an ordinary day, and like we only do that like once, like every 2 weeks to a month. But I strictly, well, right now, I don't like to go to establishments where my friends work and not tip because that's a little fucked. You know, like if I know my homies in the back like cooking my meal and shit, or like I know the waitress, something like that, I'm not gonna be the asshole just because I'm not gonna explain to them my tipping views. But so I don't think you should tip at all. Well, no, I think that waitresses and waiters in any type of food service, you should be able to accept tips. I don't think it should be expected. I think in this day and age, it is absolutely 150% expected, and that's because of the pay wages associated with that specific service. And my thing is that I think that we should almost like boycott it in a sense. Like we should stop tipping it, so that way we create a problem for the employees, and that employees then go to their employer and demand minimum wage, because who the hell is getting paid below minimum wage without a you know, people
Yeah,
who
it's
don't have
pretty
a citizenship make more than that, you know, in some cases. But no, I think that we have completely inherited the responsibility of paying these people, and meanwhile the employer is just sitting back and just clenching his ass cheeks, praying that nothing ever switches, because he's sitting there stacking so much. Any establishment is more than capable of paying like server or any type of, you know, food service person, you know, minimum wage at the very least. And so yeah, I think, I don't know, it's really awkward being in a spot where you're trying to explain that to like a waiter or waitress, because you know you not tipping them right now isn't going to solve the problem.
Yep.
And so
Nope,
you're just
yep,
like the
yep.
asshole.
Right.
But I
Just
strongly,
shoot 0.
if I've actually been really considering like creating like some type of movement that really kind of pushes against that, though. Like, and I'd probably be like,
Well, so it's like a flash mob, except the opposite.
Actually, the thing that I love about this is I just love imagining you sitting there
It's the
and
church crowd.
you're writing on like a napkin or whatever, which like you got your pen, you're writing on a napkin, like, look, I'm gonna give you this tip and I'm gonna tip 30% right now. But just understand, I'm not giving you this tip because I approve of tips or because you did a particularly well job. I understand that as a society, it's our responsibility to take up your pay. But personally, I think that people need to rise up and do more about it, you know, because I think it's unfair that you're paid so poorly
Yeah.
that you're just writing all this on a
yeah, front and back, like the napkin.
Well, like when you go
Alex
to the
runs out of room
restaurant,
and he puts the arrow to like see next side.
You pull out a stapler so you can continue on your rant.
so I just print out my manifesto and bring it to the restaurant with me.
Alex puts one of those $100 bills, and when you pick it up, it says, "Hey, look, I don't think we should tip."
But